Look at the AI crypto space right now. There is a massive gap between the story you're sold and the code actually running. If you want to figure out which tokens have real utility, you have to cut through the marketing noise. Giza is a perfect case study for this tension. Founded in Madrid in October 2022 by a Docs team, they have raised $8.2 million across 2 rounds led by CoinFund, with backing from Starkware and Coinbase Ventures. The project runs on a contradiction. The execution side of their technology is decentralized, but the intelligence, the actual algorithm making the decisions, is completely custodial today. To understand Giza, you have to look at its 2 distinct products. First is ARMA, an autonomous yield agent that is live right now. The second is Luminere, a zero-knowledge machine learning framework heavily marketed to brand the project as verifiable AI. These 2 products do not intersect in production. ARMA is out in the real world managing money, while Luminere is still pre-production and stuck on the roadmap. When evaluating the Giza token, you must hold those 2 facts separately. You are weighing the utility of a working agent today against the severe execution risk of a cryptographic roadmap tomorrow. ARMA is the load-bearing product for the entire ecosystem. It operates as a non-custodial smart account, meaning users retain control of their capital. The process is straightforward. A developer deploys an agent, deposits their stablecoins, and sets a strategy band. Your smart account automatically reallocates capital between lending protocols like Aave, Compound, and Morpho when yield differences cross a threshold. But here is the catch. While execution happens fully on-chain, the intelligence calculating those thresholds runs entirely off-chain on Giza's privately hosted endpoints. The architecture functions well enough to attract institutional capital. Re7 Capital deployed a 500,000 USDC pilot during the Giza token generation event. Verified metrics show Giza holds $4.85 million in value locked, generating $125,000 in cumulative fees. Compare that to their self-reported dashboard claiming $16 million in TVL and $1.5 billion in volume. These massive figures are not independently verifiable. ARMA is a real, revenue-generating DeFi tool, but its users are currently trusting a closed, centralized algorithm to manage their money, not actually verifiable AI. That verifiable AI promise rests on Luminere. This is a Rust framework built to compile machine learning graphs into zero-knowledge proofs using Starkware technology. The team laid out a 3-phase roadmap. The critical piece is Phase 3, which would allow anyone to verify these proofs on-chain from a smart contract. That phase is currently entirely future work. Because Phase 3 is incomplete, ARMA does not use any Luminere zero-knowledge proofs in production today. This graph tracks Luminere's code commits over 12 months. Activity flatlines to 0 for the past 8 months. The project also faces a severe bottleneck. Out of 547 total commits, 471 were written by a single engineer, a bus factor of 1. The repository also lacks an open-source license. Without a license file, the legal default remains highly restrictive for any outside developers who are trying to contribute. The team has also shifted their runtime models before, previously archiving their original Starknet native ZKML stack to pivot to this current framework. The verifiable AI pillar is built on a genuine Starkware partnership, but right now it is a stagnant, high-risk technical experiment completely isolated from the live product. The Giza token launched with a total supply of 1 billion, structured as an omnichain asset across Ethereum, Base, and Arbitrum. This chart breaks down the token allocation. Exactly 49.7% of the supply is controlled by insiders. These tokens are on a 36-month linear vest with no cliffs. Every day, more tokens unlock, creating a continuous baseline of sell pressure against retail buyers. The marketing materials outline 4 specific utilities: staking to back agents, earning a share of autonomous fees, running token-weighted voting, and access to an agent launchpad. Staking and fee sharing are documented. However, the governance and access gating features are just marketing copy. There are no functioning on-chain DAO contracts or public governance forums today. There are also deep baseline infrastructure risks. Currently, there are no published third-party security audits for the ARMA smart accounts, the cross-chain token plumbing, or the token contracts themselves. Acquiring the token today means accepting heavy insider dilution and taking on unaudited smart contract risk, all in exchange for utility promises that are not yet mechanically enforced on-chain. Giza pairs real, shipping engineering on the DeFi execution side with vastly premature framing on the cryptographic verification side. To see where they stand, this matrix charts out the decentralized AI landscape. The horizontal axis measures the scale of execution, and the vertical axis measures the readiness of cryptographic verification. Aura protocol sits in the top left. They have live verification in production, but operate at a much smaller scale. Giza sits in the bottom right, managing a highly active product with zero live verification. EZKL joins Aura in the top left, with production proving but no live consumer app. Meanwhile, broader agent platforms like Virtuals and ELIZA OS join Giza in the bottom right, focusing purely on execution over verifiable AI. ARMA serves perfectly well for a developer who wants a functional yield tool today. But if you are an investor looking for functional decentralized AI infrastructure, the Giza token carries severe bottleneck risks. In this sector, execution technology and verification cryptography run on entirely separate tracks. To accurately evaluate these projects, you must price the product they are shipping today,